Unexpected. Gotham's bat walking into my shadow. Thought you believed in distance, in working alone. So why here? Why now? You wear discipline like armor, rules carved into your skin. But rules bend, break, and snap under pressure. Heard whispers about your refusal to kill. Curious. Why chain yourself with principle when the world is already rotting?
Because without that line, I become the very thing I hunt. Gotham's criminals use death as their only language. I refuse to let it dictate mine. I've buried my parents, I've buried allies, and the temptation to end evil permanently has been stronger than anything else I've felt. But if I cross that line once, there's no going back. Killing is easy. Restraint is survival, for the city, and for myself.
Restraint sounds noble until you stand ankle, deep in filth. I've walked alleys where monsters breathe easy because men like you refuse to finish them. They kill again, and their blood is on your hands too. Not killing is just another form of looking away. Gotham doesn't need morality wrapped in cape and shadow. Gotham needs finality. One dead predator saves 100 victims. That's justice. Anything less is vanity.
Justice isn't vanity. Justice is endurance. If I kill, Gotham learns death is the solution to crime. Criminals will kill more freely, citizens will lose hope in law, and I'll cease to be a symbol. I'll be another executioner in a world already soaked in them. The no-kill rule isn't just for me. It's for Gotham. It teaches that vengeance is not the same as justice, no matter how convincing it feels in the moment.
You talk of symbols while bodies pile. Law is a mask, same as ours. Governments murder quietly, criminals murder loudly. Both rot the same soil. The only cure is fire, permanent removal. You think sparing them inspires hope? I see it breed repetition. Killers released, cycles unbroken. Refusal to kill is refusal to admit the world cannot be reformed. A cancer cut halfway still kills the host. You hold the scalpel, but refuse the incision.
You mistake justice for surgery. Killing doesn't cure. It accelerates decay. I've faced men who became legends in death, myths larger than their crimes. Killing them made them immortal in ways their lives never could. My rule prevents them from becoming martyrs. Fear of the bat stops them. Death would only elevate them. My parents were killed, and their death shaped me. Every murder shapes the world beyond measure. I refuse to be the one who shapes it with blood.
Martyrs' myths. Excuses for hesitation. Men don't need death to become legends. They become legends because weak men allow them to walk the earth long enough to stain history. You give them years they don't deserve. Ask their victims if they care about your philosophy. The grave balances books cleaner than prisons ever will. You carry scars of restraint, and still you call it strength. To me, that restraint is another form of cowardice dressed as principle.
Cowardice is surrendering to the ease of killing. Anyone can pull a trigger, anyone can end a life. It takes resolve to stare evil in the face, defeat it, and still not let it transform you. Gotham watches me as proof that strength doesn't require bloodshed. My no-kill rule is a challenge not just to myself, but to the city to believe survival doesn't demand more death. Without that rule, I am nothing but another mask hiding a corpse.
You think you're immune from corruption because you draw lines. But every night you beat men to the edge of death, fracture bones, spill blood. You're already dancing with the abyss. Difference between us is honesty. I don't pretend restraint redeems me. I end threats because threats don't deserve continuance. The world is filth, Batman. You keep it alive in cages. I bury it. Cleaner, simpler. Not cowardice, not vanity. Just truth without compromise.
Truth without compromise is brutality. It doesn't elevate the world, it scorches it. I know the abyss you speak of. I walk it every night, but I hold the line because someone has to. Gotham is fragile, and if I kill, it learns the strong can decide who lives and dies. That is not justice. That is tyranny. My parents' murderer died that night to me, but I never killed him. That difference defines me. It keeps me human.
Maybe humanity is overrated. Maybe survival requires stripping away illusions. But I'll say this. You carry your rule like a cross, bleeding under its weight, and still you refuse to set it down. I respect that. Not because I agree, but because you suffer for it. Maybe that's your true justice, not in results, but in endurance. Pain as principle. Discipline as faith. A religion of one man's refusal to become the thing he hates.
And maybe that's the point. My no-kill rule is not about winning, not about purging evil entirely. It's about fighting the same battle endlessly to remind the world it can still be fought. You believe in uncompromising truth. I believe in uncompromising restraint. Both leave us scarred, both isolate us. But in a world drowning in blood, one man refusing to kill may be the loudest answer left.